Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my name is Daniel Otabor, and it's so good to be back here. The first time I came here, most of you were not in school. That was in 2015, am I lying? Right, good. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm glad that everyone here, we're all Nigerians. I would assume that. Is there a Ghanaian here? Anyone from Pakistan? All right, good. Okay. How many of you believe that Nigeria is a great country? Show of hands. Fantastic. Good. Okay. So what makes a great country? Now, for a country to be great, you need to have a few things. Number one is good governance, right? You have to ensure that there's rule of law. You have to ensure that the people's rights are not being violated. You have to ensure that people can speak up and they are heard. The second thing is quality education. You want to ensure that people do not spend 10 years for a 5-year course. You want to also ensure that there's employment. When people are done spending 10 years for a 5-year course, they come out of school having jobs, right? You also want to think about safety and security. You don't want to be traveling from Lagos to Kwara State like I did, and my mother and my father are having prayer points and fasting just to ensure that I get to Kwara State safe and sound, right? You want to also think about equality, okay? Where your rights are being respected, whether you're a man or a woman, they, them, him, his, whatever it is, right? You want to ensure, again, that you have good health care. And every time the top person in the society is sick, they don't have to go to France or India or US. You can take care of yourself in Nigeria. In fact, it's an interesting how when the former vice president had a surgery and it was done in Nigeria, there was a massive PRO because that surgery was conducted in Nigeria. A country that is over 60 years and is churning out medical students every year. A vice president had a surgery in Nigeria and there was a PR around it. Okay? So think about this and say to yourself, is Nigeria really a great country, or we have been told a lie from the beginning? Again, I'm asking you, is Nigeria a great country? Show of hands. I love your faith. You see, you cannot build anything of substance on a lie. There's a difference between Nigeria being a great country and Nigeria having the potential to be a great country. Where we are currently is that we have the potential to be a great country. So you see, individuals in the country will go outside and do exploits. Every sector where we have minimal government control are doing way better than the sectors where we have government control. It means that we have the potential to be great. Okay? We also have the resources to become great. Every mineral resources in the world that you can think of that makes countries prosperous, we have them. In fact, we also have the human resources. We are the most populous black nation in the world. We are also one of the most unemployed nations in the world. You see, the country, Nigeria, will not be built by people who are not Nigerians. It will be built by you and I. And it will take audacity to build this country. Why? The stack are set against you. And it's a fact. You see, when the former president came into power, he gave us hope by saying that the child of nobody would not need anybody to become somebody. It was an amazing thing for us to hear. And we're excited. But it wasn't all that true. And the reason why we're excited is because we are aware that most times to get the good paying job, to get the good position, to be in the place of power and prosperity, you almost need to know a rich uncle, rich auntie to get those positions. And we are saying to ourselves, but I have the brain, I have the capacity, I have the potential to be at this stage. I don't need to know anybody. Right? So I'm saying to you guys, you need to understand that the time has come for you to take on the responsibility to build Nigeria into what you want it to become. If I ask again, how many of you have dreams for Nigeria? Show of hands. Good. Now, most times, you see, those dreams almost become nightmares as you progress in Nigeria. But I want to say to you, there are people that have done it in the past, and you can also do it. The first female president or head of state in Africa, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she came into power when Liberia was a war-torn country, and she transformed the country. I am looking forward to us having the first female president in Nigeria, and I'm sure that there's nothing wrong if it comes from Landmark University. Right? I'm also thinking, why can't we, for once, move from consumption to production? We have the capacity. There are people who are going to school every year, studying different courses. If there's anyone here studying plant science, there's actually a future for you. It's just that, if one of the celebrities said a few days ago, he said, there is nobody chasing you from your village. When you're not succeeding, you think that there's somebody from the village, there's somebody that has tied your destiny inside or throw your destiny inside a bottle. But the truth of the matter is that when you look at the ecosystem called Nigeria, the possibilities which are out there seems limited. I say to you today that please and please and please recognize the fact that every one of you here are leaders. And it's going to take leaders to transform Nigeria into the country, the great country that you once think it is. It is not yet. It's going to take you and I to be deliberate in the things that we are doing, to have the right set of values, to be people of integrity. When you say one, it is one. It is not 11. You have the right set of values. You are a person of integrity, right? You understand equality. You value the lives of those around you. You are respectful. I need you to understand that the time has come for us to realize that if we do not take responsibility for the growth of Nigeria right now, in the next 4, 8, 10 years, we'll come back and be in the same circle. I was saying to a friend of mine a few days ago that I spent my entire 20s under a president called Muhammadu Buhari. And it's looking like I will spend my entire 30s under the current president called Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is not something that I look forward to. It's not. Those are my formative ages, my formative years. Think about it, guys. So please, one way you can fix a nation is by voting the right people in the right positions. In the coming years, in the next 4 years, as it stands right now, you have the capacity and you have a right to vote. If for any reason you do not have your PVCs, I urge you, I beg you, I ask you that you go and get your PVCs. Because in the coming elections, you will be able to vote. So you want to get the right people in the right positions. You want to see yourself as a nation builder. You want to take responsibility for the progress of Nigeria. You want to stop complaining and start thinking of ways to better your nation. Are you going to do that for me? Are you going to do that for yourself? Are you willing to become a nation builder? Now, go write your name in the history books. Thank you so much.